on the option mode in the store. I'ma go real slow. Puffin' with the option door. I'ma let the band scream. Man, I'm just clean. One more control, 3 green, and night just clean. Shot caller, 20 legs, only a baller. Caller, 20 legs tonight. Switch the road, tight, got spread.
My ends, smoking big sugar, getting high in the bins. Big ballin', smashing, making my ends, smoking big sugar, getting high in the bins. In the big photos as I crawl down the road, twanging the red toe, smoke out up in my nose. Your eyes get blown, hey, you see my load, candy red too dope, let my top line stroke, get to my remote, sit in my teeth, presidential B12 with the AM, and oh spit as I get high. Outside, now we worldwide. Watch me outside. That blowing killer can't be denied. My niggas 7 thugs. Oh yeah, we got love. Blowing sticky green with flow and that bug. Wanna be a baller, shot caller, 20 days, only a baller, baller, get lit now. Switch the road, tight, got lit now. Hit the highway, making money on the highway. Project, this ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. Project, this ain't what you want. This ain't what you want.
missing something from me that's been close to yours. I felt it creeping up every day. Baby, right from the start, I know that look you give when we're fighting. Cause I used to be the one who was lying. Oh, is there someone else I know? I wanna keep you close. I don't wanna lose my spot. Cause I need to know if you heard it or you heard me. If I ain't with you, I don't wanna be. Is there someone else I know? I don't deserve someone loyal to me. Don't you think that I see?
Ooh, boy. It is that fucking time. I have tried to be quiet. I have tried, ladies and gentlemen. I have tried. Oh my God. How hard is it to get this right? How hard is it to be on code, buddy? Right here. Willie D, what are you doing? That's my first question. That's my first opening statement. I'm going to start it there. What are you doing, Willie D? Willie D! Willie D! Alright. Go ahead and cut the music. I'm not with none of this shit today. Okay? Y'all done pissed me off to where I'm about to come out here and flame everybody. Alright? Y'all about to get fucking flamed. Huh? Huh.
As Willie D, I'm gonna say, you big dummy, why would you pull a knife out and stab somebody just because they pushed you?
We're already starting bad.
Willie D live.
Oh, I should pull up the video of the New Testament. Oh, where's the what you call it? I got the video. I'll pull that up.
If I send my son to a track meet on a Saturday morning here in Texas, I don't
Willie.
expect him to come home in a
Willie.
body bag.
Willie. Willie. Hold on, let me make sure this shit playing right.
On a Saturday morning here in Texas, Willie expect him to come home in a body bag.
All right, I got like 4 or 5 devices. I'm just making sure this shit playing correctly. Let me. All right, cool. I had to smoke one to calm my nerves. I am very disheartened by these folks on this screen here. Honestly, I'm just more disappointed and ashamed that this black brother here, this bald black brother, milk dud brother here, would platform this fucking idiot. And yes, I'm starting off by cursing. I am a firm God believing man. But boy, I'm hot. And I'm not pulling all the punches here. You hear me? We're gonna do an expose of Mr. Dennis Sperling, the mulat grifter. Get this fuck nigga out of here. I'm tired of niggas like this. I'm gonna bake this fuck nigga. We gonna get this nigga out the fucking way. We gonna debunk where this nigga come from. We gonna debunk what this nigga said. We're gonna debunk what he's talking about. He is not covering shit how he's supposed to, okay? And my problem with people like this is, if you want to grift all after the fact of the something. This person's channel is big enough for too many people to see this shit and be misinformed. This guy comes off as if he knows law, and this is the problem with lawyers. So, bro, listen, defense attorneys, right, which this guy is, there are like 8 levels to this shit. You could be a defense attorney for so many things. This guy is not a defense attorney for regular folk. He is not a defense attorney for anything that has to do with self-defense or anything that actually has to do with real crime and real situations. He does not actually just represent black people, as he will come off and say or show or try to act like. His granddaddy is not fucking black. His fucking daddy is not black either. I'm tired of these white fucking daddy kids who have a weird fucking obscured fucking vision of how they look at things and get out here and grift and talk to people and say things that are just not correct. Just full of emotion, not of pinochle, not of facts, not of nothing. It's almost as if he purposely or just obtusely is just willingly being wrong and or just misleading or just a liar. And let's get this tape rolling, man. Before I lose it and start just baking. Willie, what you doing, by the way? What are you doing? What are you doing? See, this is why sometimes we gotta vet our unks. This right here to happen, Willie D, you have plenty of people to actually go talk to. That's in Texas that actually has something to do with the case. You could have talked about the people who actually seen the video of what actually happened. Why are you talking to this guy that has nothing to do with this case? He has nothing to do with real law. He has nothing to do with actual defense attorneys. He has nothing to do with our culture. See, there's a difference between being of the lineage and the culture and just being of the lineage. This guy here is just of the lineage. He is not of the culture. He doesn't fuck with us. He doesn't be in our communities. He doesn't go to our cookouts. He doesn't do none of that shit, okay? Get this guy the fuck out of here. Okay? Get him out of here. I'm very disappointed in this shit right here. And you think you like one thing I do gotta give you, you have patience. Cause for me personally, I would have cooked this guy. I can't listen to the 23 minutes because this guy's just willfully obtuse and ignorant. He's wrong in so many levels. He didn't even talk about penal code. When a person ain't talking about penal code and how the actual state looks at things and how things go on a wide scale, I can't listen to them. When they're not talking facts and they're talking out of emotion, I can't listen to them. Now you're misleading, okay? You got this weird dude in the back with this weird photo in his freaking office, probably in one of his rooms. You know what I'm saying? Oh my god, the dogs from across the way is going crazy. Chewy, shut the fuck up. Hold on. What I told you about that shit? Shut your stupid ass up. You over here fucking barking and doing all that shit for no reason. Just because you or somebody else bark, don't mean you bark. You hear me? I'm not even dealing with that shit while I'm streaming. The fuck out of here. Anyways, all right, let's go ahead back to this expose because we got to expose the ignorance. All right. Also, I have a problem with Prince Hall Freemasoners. Maroon Shriners. I have a problem with boule. I have a problem with any sort of organization, fraternal order that does not serve my people. None of these actual fraternal orders have ever served the black community. Not a single school, not a HBCU, not a Democrat, not a none of that. This sir right here is a DNC shield. This dude don't know what the hell he be talking about. He just be talking. And now this is what are you saying? Like, just the beginning statement pissed me the fuck off.
On the flip side, if I send my son to attract me, I don't expect to get a call from the jail a couple hours after he leave home telling me he done caught a murder charge. So we have to all agree that this is extraordinary. And I don't mean that in a good sense. I mean, this is unheard of. This is not.
What the fuck is he talking about? This situation happens all the time. Okay? Kids get into it with other kids and some shit happens to where it went overboard. This happens all the fucking time. In fact, when shit usually happens and it goes overboard, it's with our youth. Killings, shootings, drug deals gone bad, robbing a motherfucker and then it went sour. It happens all the time with whites, blacks, Spanish, more with whites and Spanish than blacks because we don't even have the guns like that. It's with them. But he don't know that. He don't know what the fuck he talking about. What is he talking about?
Normal. You see, and now we have to sit back and try to figure out, well, what happened? Okay, and when I go back to the facts of the case, Austin didn't have a gun. Austin didn't have a knife. Carmelo wasn't being stomped out. He wasn't being beaten unconscious. Okay, this was a teenage confrontation under a tent. This is a schoolyard fight and somebody popped up dead.
Wrong. You don't have to have a gun or a knife This is real facts and law. To feel like your life is in fear. If you have, if you are telling, this is how stand your ground works, right? In real life, because I got family, literally that's assistant chief wherever the fuck I'm at. And they all Florida, Texas, Louisiana, Alabama, Georgia, um, and I forgot, I think I want to say North Carolina, even South Carolina, they all follow the same penal code when it comes to self-defense, when it comes to stand your ground. If you tell a person you are in fear for your life, that is almost all you fucking need. What the fuck is this guy talking about with this mush mouth, yuck, fucking callousing, fucking white shit in the side of his fucking mouth, talking out of his neck? Sir, nobody wants to see somebody's kid dead, okay? Nobody wants another child dead. This was an egregious thing, that is, we can agree on that. But when it comes to stand your ground, buddy, and this is how I know you don't know the law, you don't need somebody to have a weapon or anything. You just need to be in fear of your fucking life. This is another thing he said that was a lie. Oh, Austin Metcalf was this was a schoolyard fight. If it was a schoolyard fight, and if he's seen, well, this was kind of weird. He as a lawyer can request this video, so I'm surprised he hasn't actually went out there and done this. But other people have, and I will show you the testimonies of what those people said of what they saw in the video, and they watched 11, almost 12 minutes of the video. Which another fact, they did not play play the video in the case, which is unfucking heard of. Unheard of. You mean to tell me you convicted a boy of killing somebody and said he committed murder without even seeing if he actually committed murder? They said he didn't run, they said he didn't retreat, they said he didn't do none of that. In actuality, in the video, he did. He ran twice, actually. He got away and they pulled him back in. That kid was in fear of his fucking life. Dead ass. Not to mention, they also don't mention the fact that the kid had epilepsy. So medically, that little boy that little boy in any given time could have felt like he was in fucking fear of his life. I have epilepsy. I could get hit the wrong way. I could see certain lights or see certain things and fall out and die. It was a serious situation. You can't put your hands out on everybody and expect the same fucking outcome. I'll tell you why I personally am invested into this. Because at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, this could be any one of us. This could be your nephew. This could be your child. This could be your cousin. This could be your fucking dad. This could be anybody when it comes to a black person. And that's the thing that you got to realize, because it's like, yo, it's so easy for us to get in trouble about nothing. This kid truly was protecting himself, and this idiot here has no clue what the fuck he's talking about. If I see more than one person and I'm in fear of my life by Texas law, Florida law, Louisiana, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina law, I do not have to even run. I don't have to retreat. I don't have to do anything but protect myself as I see fucking fit, lethal or not. This was not a fucking 101. This was not oh, I feel some sort of way, tighten up. This was hey, 4 people are jumping on one black kid. Okay? That's what we need to establish. What the fuck is this stupid mulat talking about? Coon Sambo-tastic. This is what makes me know you're not on code. You're not of the culture. You're of the lineage and you're not of the fucking culture. You're a fucking idiot. And yes, I'm going to cuss you the fuck out because you playing. You misleading people with unfacts, non-facts. Just egregious statements that nobody needs to hear at a time where people are grieving, trying to see real justice happen. Nothing you talking about is actually truthful. Nothing.
You see, see, I'm from a different generation, man. You run up on me, you gonna put hands on me. I'm gonna put hands on you. But I know well enough.
Also, these 2 idiots from here are from the generation where they killed people the most as black people. Okay? That's why I laugh when I see older people talking about they don't care about life so no more. They don't care about none of that. What? White people was killing motherfuckers by the hundreds and damn near thousands in the fucking 80s and 70s, 80s, and 90s. When crack hit, that was it. Believe it or not, a lot of these communities have actually fizzled out. Gangs fizzled out. Destruction fizzled out. You'll have it happen, and that's how we know it's kind of better than it semi was back then. Motherfuckers is getting knocked off so fast. You had real kingpins and king queens. I mean, queen pins really running shit and getting people knocked off and killed, and nothing was being done about it. At least when something happens, they can find the perpetrators. They can handle business the way that it's supposed to. This is dumb. Yes, you might personally in school would have probably fought, right? But I bet $20 after you lost or after they lost, somebody was doing something about that. They was gonna catch you lacking outside of that school. And it wasn't gonna be nothing but lethal and deadly force being used against you. That's your generation of people. Yeah, you might have fought, right? But when they caught you, that was your ass.
Enough to know.
And at the end of the day, let's just be honest, right? They shouldn't have been putting their fucking hands on you back then. It was wrong then. It was wrong. You shouldn't put your hands on no fucking body and expect to fucking walk away. I put myself in a situation where I don't make no moves. I don't put my hands on somebody unless I truly, truly have to. You've left me no options. All this, we gonna fight it out, duke it out, and then this guy pulls out a blade. I can't actually be upset that this guy put out a blade when we're gonna fight because hey, he might not know how to fight. So he gonna pull out a knife. Yes, it's pussy. Yes, it's cowardly. But guess what? There's no such thing as a fair fight in the streets, whether it's at school, whether it's in a building, whether it's in a... You're in the fucking wilderness, stupid. Anywhere other than home is the wilderness, baby. You're in a fucking jungle. And in the jungle, in real life, in the fucking wilderness, right? Anytime you get correct, you could fucking lose your life. I think it's so fucking weird that just because they're kids, that you can't see that fucking situation. Yes, it's extreme to a degree, like a child shouldn't die. But I teach my nephews, my nieces, and everybody that's under me, that's young, do not put your hands on nobody. Do not jump nobody. Do not even argue with people because you don't know what people are going through at home. You don't know what people are actually experiencing when it comes to real life. You might make a person snap by giving them the option to be borderline evil. It's the truth. So what the fuck? This is all emotion and this is all sideline shit that is not even perpetrated to the case. This would have me I was flipping out by the 5th minute. And I was just like, bro, get this fucking yellow talking, yellow belly coward out of here. This is not menship. This is not real fathers talking. He ain't talked to that dude's dad. He ain't talked to that family. He ain't talked about nothing. I'm gonna tell you the real case and what's been going on. They have been harassing that family. They've been threatening and trying to kill that family. When Carmelo got out, they was trying to kill Carmelo by following and looking for his Jeep. When they found out what his Jeep looked like, they went and looked for his Jeep to kill Carmelo. Nobody talks about that. No, only person that actually told about that and exposed that was Charleston White because he bought the fucking Jeep. The coon that y'all think that Charleston White is what this nigga is what's that Camden Jones, is what Umar Johnson, is what potentially this guy is. This guy got notoriety for doing one of the last interviews with Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels was a quote-unquote dating coach that was a homosexual for heterosexual males. You can't be gay and try to tell another man how to work a relationship out with a woman when you're a homosexual. Okay? He was flawed from the get-go. Did he have fucking amazing talking points? Did he actually have some credence to what he was saying? Yes. That doesn't change that you're gay. Like openly gay too. Like you're wild, bud. Like you're wild, brother. Like you're wild. That's how he got some notoriety just recently. You've never, Mr. Dennis Sperling, have never gotten any notoriety from your cases. You've never actually gotten any notoriety for doing things. You are a fake activist. I can't stand when people acting like they're out here on the ground level with my people and they're nowhere to be seen when things are happening. Did this guy go out there and do any real research and talk to families? Did he go and talk to anybody out there in Fresno? Did he? No, he didn't. So this is again, Mr. Willie D. What in the world was you doing talking to this idiot here? What was you doing talking to a person who don't know what he's talking about? You want to know how I know he don't know what he's talking about? Because let's pull this up over here. What is Mr. Dennis Sperling? Dennis Sperling is a Houston base, which he's not. This is not true. He's from Louisiana. He's from Louisiana. He's from Louisiana. Okay. And this is how I know this dude is part of a club, a boule club, because most people, when they're really actually eating, they don't really go and get all these laws in all these different states. These states are so different in code and in what you call it that why in New York would I fucking get somebody who's based in Texas, huh? Or Louisiana? I know this guy's not eating. I know this guy don't know what he's doing or talking about or even saying. Here's what he is, right? You're a fucking personal injury, environmental and energy law fucking lawyer, attorney. You don't know nothing about shit. That's like a person. It's like a person who let me put it in a better analogy. That's like a dentist trying to tell a fucking hematologist about hematology. Okay? Yes, you have qualifications and certifications in this field over here. That does not give you credence to just come over here and say I have legal professional understanding about what's going on, as you don't literally do any of that. We 2 minutes in. Hold on, I'll let this man talk for a little bit more. We can go 5 minutes in. He's not going to talk about any legal course or what's actually the problem. Carmelo Anthony was convicted of murder, first degree murder. Remember that. Here's another fact. If that weapon or the utility, it's a freaking utility knife. If that utility knife was actually deemed a weapon, Carmelo Anthony would have got 60 something years, 70, 80 years, because it was deemed you can't have a weapon or a gun or do any sex crimes or drugs during or near a school during school times or any of that. Did you know that? In Texas law, Florida, Louisiana, Alabama, they will tax on extra years, like almost double the charge if you actually do that. So the reason why he only got 35 years is because they couldn't give him more than that because it wasn't a weapon that he actually used. They couldn't prove it was a weapon. That's a literal court fact. Okay, that's a literal like state law. The knife was not illegal. The knife was not considered a weapon. It was a utility knife.
That
Okay, so when he gets to talking about lethal force and all this other shit, I'm gonna break that down too because he don't know what he's talking about.
even in some of the worst situations I've been in growing up in LA, man, if I'm in a circle, I'm in a circle.
Nah, he from LA. When you do your research on what you call it, he's not from LA, gang. He's not from LA. He's not from LA. Energy and environmental law. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Notable public presence. Spurs has gained attorney for advocacy for public commentary and justice. Uh, multifaceted attorney with a strong legal background. Okay, so in what way do you have a strong legal background? When I look you up and try to look up, this just looks like a boule nigga. This just looks like a boule nigga, man. This is boof. This just looks like a boule nigga who somebody in the boule paid for him to fucking be in. This is why I don't like them. Because when it comes to us and black people and really being black and being a Negro, we don't get this opportunity. We really don't. The only time we do is when we're amongst each other, amongst ourselves in our own environments. He's not from Houston. He's not from Texas. He's not from LA. He's from Louisiana. The last person to expose this idiot slash coon slash Sambo was, I forgot the dude's name. He sued him for defamation. Oh, he affected my lawyers. Following the steps of another boule member. He's a boule member. And it's okay that you follow Prince Howell or Freemasonry or a boule. But, buddy, you don't know what you're talking about. You're not from LA, gang.
I'm gonna get my respect. Now, of course, you know I'm a grown man.
You can't say that you're from LA talking about you're going to get respect and not have to damn near kill somebody back in the fucking day in the 70s and 80s. LA was one of the worst places as a black person to literally be, whether it was cops beating on you or literally gang members either recruiting you or shooting at you or trying to kill you. Let's tell the truth. All this talking in code and acting like you're part of the culture and I was no you fucking wasn't, gang. You is not on none of that. You is a soft bitch who does Brazilian jiu-jitsu. How many niggas you know who do Brazilian jiu-jitsu? The fuck up.
Man now, and I have responsibilities, but I'm not gonna pull out a blade or a pistol just because I'm getting whooped on or because I'm scared. I'm gonna come from the shoulders. I'm gonna do what I got to do to protect myself, and I'm gonna get my respect. And God willing, I'm gonna make them realize don't ever mess with that dude again. But under no circumstances I'm not gonna pull out a knife and stab somebody, man. And see, here's the problem, Willie D. I'm
Look
a
at his
lawyer,
face.
but
Willie
I'm
D's
also
bothered.
a father.
He's being quiet. I actually
You
respect
see,
it.
and I understand there's a racial dynamic associated with this. I get that part. Cause see, if the situation was reversed, see, Willie D, if it was a 210-pound black boy,
we wouldn't be
on a, yeah, I mean, we might have been here, but it wouldn't be this controversial. I'm with you.
What the fuck does that mean? It wouldn't be that controversial only because the white media wouldn't cover it. Remember, when this shit happened, white media for no reason was on this. We didn't make this a racial thing. The white people did. What the fuck is he talking about? What is he talking about?
If the situation was reversed, we wouldn't even be here. Because the first thing would have happened, they would have said, well, how did it start? What happened? Who started it? Oh.
So all the shit that should be applied to this situation doesn't get applied because it is a black boy. But you're not really acknowledging that. So how can you come out with these strong, stupid ass, lost fucking off code ass statements? Stupid.
So you trying to tell?
It's always these boule / Prince Hall freaking fucking masoners or moonshriners. Like, get your stupid ass on.
Tell me if the 200-pound black boy had not approached the 150-pound white boy, that this would have never happened. He wouldn't be dead. So keep your hands to yourself. I'm in these comments all the time. I'm online all day, every day. And that's all I see when it comes to bullying and people putting their hands on people. Even when women put their hands on men, people collectively say, well, she shouldn't have hit him. She hit him first. And it don't matter what he did to her after that. They say, well, she hit him first. What do you think? What do you think was the...
And that's very true, even in domestic violence. When it is not one-sided, you have to be culpable and you have to literally put everybody in trouble. Hey, he did something back to you, but that's after you slap fire out his ass and put your hands on him and then took it to the level which he didn't. So if I talk shit to my girl and she just starts wailing and beating the fuck out of me and I might slap her to get the fuck off me, right? Everybody's going to look at me because I'm a man of stronger force. But real people are going to be like, why the fuck would you go and put your hands on that man and then play victim when he reacts in a way to protect himself?
The most compelling.
It's just idiocracy. He can't even, he's conceding already to the point of what Willie D's saying. That's why I'm like, Willie D, what are you doing? Again, what was the point of you bringing this freaking idiot on? He is an energy conservative lawyer. He is here for personal injury when it comes to cars. And the workplace. Not even the workplace, just cars and the environment. Hey, the city, you got to pay this man because this happened. And when you do your research, it's not really that many black people he's actually taking on. Because we don't have energy and conservation laws protecting us and actually serving the people. So when you do your research on who his clients are even are, they're white people. What the fuck? Yeah, I'm not necessarily saying he's never took on black cases. I'm saying on average, your cases, especially your prestige and where you got, was not with black people, bud. We see straight through you. If you want me to pull that up, I can pull that up. Of people who've reviewed you, people who've actually went and got you, bud. If you want to take it to that level, you want, and this is what I want you to do. Hold on, let me put this thing right here. If you come and try to sue me for defamation or any of that, for liable for talking shit to you or telling the truth about your bitch ass, or for, exposing how you get your bread and why you grifting. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. I'm not showing up to court. I'm going to take that paper and burn that shit and take a video of me burning that shit. I don't give a fuck. I don't adhere to fake laws and to fucking legal bullying. This guy here, Dennis Sperling, is a legal bully. A dude exposed who the fuck he was, and he went and cried like a bitch and sued the dude for $250,000. which nothing that the dude did and said was worth $250,000. You tried to financially bankrupt another black/melanated person. You have the only people you've ever sued personally yourself have been black people. Ask me how the fuck I know. We got the penal code and the actual fucking the ID number for the fucking case. It's not hard to look that shit up, bitch. You're a fucking loser. And I hope your kids grow up to never be like you. Fuck you talking about.
For or the effective.
You sit here and say, I can understand if this was a white kid that I wouldn't, that I don't give a fuck about this shit getting where it needs to be. I know these two motherfuckers gonna see this shit, and I know that for a fact he gonna try to have to respond. Guess what, bud? If you do or don't, I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna give you your expose anyway, bitch. I don't give a fuck whether you try to expand on it, because at the end of the day, I'm cooking your bitch ass. You parade as a fake Christian. I hate you niggas who did gay shit to get where you're at, or did some demeaning fucking black shit that you did to get where you at, and then you come out in the public and act like you're some fucking pillar, or if you're some person to look upon. Bro, we see straight through the mulat bullshit. You're only where you're at because of skin tone and the fact that you don't necessarily look like a nigga. You look Spanish. You look otherwise. You look like you signed the other on the other fucking thing for what you sign when you vote, bitch. We know what you're about, and we know why you're in Houston. You're in Houston to grift. Remember, guys, Houston has a white and black side, and then there's a Spanish side. So I don't know why people think that Houston and Dallas is like a black fucking city. I don't know why they do that. Yes, there's a lot of black people there, and a lot of people have been flocking there, but they don't even tell you in the last 5 years, people have been fucking leaving. It's a shithole. It's not great to fucking be there.
Believe it!
I'm trying to tell you something truthful, buddy. You're not showing anybody from the real South, because I don't even really believe that Texas is the fucking South. Texas is a southern state because of the southern people there. Nothing about Texas is southern. Y'all are eating fucking southern food from Georgia, Alabama, Louisiana. Remember, they all influxed to get away from the extreme racial prejudices that are in these communities and those places. And you want to know what I have to say about those black people that left to Texas and left to fucking Colorado and left to Arkansas and Washington, D.C. and all these other fucking places? You're a docile Negro. You want to know something different between me and mine and yours? None of my family members left to go anywhere. And we had problems with some shit in my motherfucking city. Lame ass nigga. Guess what we did? We went and actually took care of that situation ourselves. Legally. Physically. Bitch, even spiritually. Fuck you talking about. I can't even hit my little soundboard. That shit fuck it up. Fuck wrong with y'all? You motherfuckers are sick as shit. And I think, honestly, a lot of you are just, in real life, I really think that nigga just...
For the defense that created some reasonable doubt.
Willie got him.
I think the fact that he was sitting there minding his business the whole time, that they were able to prove that Austin Metcalf put hands on him first, that he was invited there by the friend who, denounced him as a friend. And that's another thing, and I don't want to get off on a tangent. Yeah. It seems to me, and I know they had 21 witnesses, I get that, or 20 witnesses, but it seems to me like
20 witnesses, and none of them was Carmelo Anthony. None of them was Hunter Metcalf. None of them was any of the people that seen the actual footage that actually asked to be there. There was plenty of people who truly could have actually been used. And this is how we know his attorney was paid to by these people. The kid who was there said that he ain't even talk about the statement that the kid said. The kid said, I wouldn't call him a friend. Then they show photos and footage of him flat out lying. Y'all were best friends. Y'all were literally best fucking friends. And you switched out on that boy because from what it's told, everybody was either threatened and or forced to literally completely change their statements. Kids, it was over 15 people who completely changed their statement. By that alone, this case should have been fucking thrown out. But you can't have conflicting statements, conflicting situations, conflicting stories happening about something without you looking at the footage and convict somebody. That's not lawful. That's not okay. That's not legal. That's not legal. There are illegal things happening in this court case that were allowed to happen that he's not acknowledging. That alone should have been off rip weird. If that kid say we're not friends, but you guys have known each other for years and he's dating your cousin, y'all are not only friends, y'all could be considered a little bit more than that. You went to that kid's family's like shit, like his grandma shit and his mom shit, and y'all went to each other's family events. That's more than friends. It was complete lying, it was complete all sorts of shit.
People are trying to distance themselves from Carmelo Anthony. And the reason that they're trying to do that is because in that community, they all have to live there.
So that makes it right?
Okay. The judges got
Actually, fuck all that. What does that have to do with him lying? Flat out lying. What does that have to do with anybody like lying? This is where I mean to tell you the shit he's saying is double coded, it's misleading. Well, they gotta sit there and they gotta what you call it? They gotta everybody's gotta live there after the verdict, and everybody's gotta live there after they told the truth, and people are scared, and obviously they're trying to distance themselves from the situation. You know why I know that kid was scared and he was told not to say anything otherwise? Because at the end of the day, when they asked him, was Carmelo Anthony a murderer? He looked them in the eyes, crying, said, I don't all he said was, I don't believe that Austin Metcalf should have died. That's all he could say. But he couldn't even like muster up the courage to call Carmelo Anthony a murderer or any of that. Not even close. Are you gonna talk about that bitch?
to live there. The jury's got to live there. They got to go back into that very same community, and they don't want to be the jurors who acquitted this young man. And I'm only saying what I'm saying. Okay, people don't
Well, what are you saying?
leave their bias.
Look at what they did. Willie, your face is of absolute grotesque. We had the same reaction. I just would have gotten this fucking cracker nigga up out of here. He would have had to get. I would have. All right, that's good. That's it. It was good having you on, Dennis Sterling. I don't know what you're talking about. You can get the fuck on. Because what are we saying? What's wrong with this guy? What is wrong with this guy? We're 4 minutes in and he hasn't said any of the real facts other than, hey, they put his hands on him first and he had reason to be up under that tent. Why? Because he was called over there. Why? Because, hey, it was storming. It was storming. It was absolutely fucking storming. And when it storms, everybody goes under anybody's tents. That is a fact. This is why I know this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. I was and used to be a big time referee. I refereed over almost 6 sports, right? Basketball, football, you got them of all forms, middle school, high school, even Pop Warner. You got volleyball, we got girls lacrosse, boys lacrosse, and I never got to do wrestling. I was actually going to do wrestling because they pay good too. But let me tell you something. When there's a storm or something's happening, especially if it's at a school, you're at legal liable to actually make sure those kids are safe. Okay? So, especially here and in southern states, I know this to be a fact everywhere. But this is what make it crazy. They weren't even out of school. So all of the kids everywhere went to everywhere for shelter and safety. Whether or not he was even invited or not, it wouldn't fucking matter. He had a reason to be at the fucking track meet, and Hunter and Austin didn't. Did you talk about that fact, dummy? That kid got kicked off the fucking track team for fucking some bully shit. Did you talk about that, brother? Did you talk about that? Did you do your research on that? It was almost like this conversation didn't happen 2 days ago. No. Yeah, I respect it. This is not a heated debate. This is 2 men with different opinions respectfully debating. Yes, his opinion is more or less of a person who's watching a case unsettling in front of his face, which, as a black man, we all see the racial disparity disparities that's happening to this young black man, because now Carmelo Anthony's a black man, right?
biases
You should see this nigga's face like, oh my God, he really just said that.
at the courthouse door when they walk in. They still have their strongly held beliefs, which includes their religion, their race, their perspective on life. And that's why I go back to the fact that, had the roles been reversed, right? And you had a little white boy sitting there minding his business, and some big black kid came and put hands on him. And they would say, well, where was he supposed to go? Out in the rainstorm? They would be, people be making excuses for him. All right, they'll be telling what did that boy say? The black kid, the guy up in Tennessee, they just saying he's imping out. You see what I'm saying? That's what they would have said. They would have made every excuse why
He's so Christian, he can't say chimp.
this black boy deserved it.
I can't stand these fake falsified ass Christians, bro. I can't stand these fake phony ass niggas with that fake ass fucking flower in your pocket.
I get that.
You was about as phony as that fake ass rose in your pocket, gang. What you got that on for? What you trying to look like you somebody for? You could have wore it just like how this man is, comfortable, sitting in his own shit. This is why I can't stand these niggas. They gotta always look and portray themselves to be so astute and elite. Because they want to be amongst the dominant society with white tea people. They have to look like a successful Negro.
Okay.
Willie D is way more successful than this dude will ever be, and look what he's wearing.
Okay, but that's not the scenario that we have here. You don't get the benefit of the doubt if you're a black person in
Okay, so why are you talking?
America, and that has a lot to do with the racial caste system, and we can go into
Not even the caste system. And Texas is one of the most fucking racist states that there is. Are we not going to acknowledge that? Especially Fresno State. Fresno State is considered a sundown town. For anybody and everybody who don't know what a sundown town is, it is one of those racist towns where they tell black people, you better not be caught in this town after sundown, or there's going to be issues for you. Fresno State is a place like that. It really is a place like that. If you go in a place that you don't belong, or you're in an area where you don't belong in that place, something can happen to you. You can go look up Frisco State. It's happened. There's plenty of cases where black people were lynched, killed, and there was nothing done about it because it's a sundown town. What is this stupid ass mulat talking about?
500 years of history and science and religion and how it's been used to castigate black
He's literally talking with white people talking points.
people in our image. I get that.
Because he's trying to virtue signal. You're saying certain shit to try to act like you're part of the culture and you understand us. You don't.
Okay. But in this particular situation, man, and that goes to a larger thing that black people are often vilified for defending themselves. And I'm going to say that, but that's just true. But the bottom line in this particular case, when we just sterilize this and we look at the law, where was the deadly force justified in this altercation?
The fact that he was being jumped, the fact that he told them, hey, listen, don't touch me, the fact that he has epilepsy, the fact that it was storming, raining, dangerous, the fact that he tried to leave 2 times, they caught him and still tried to beat on him. As 4 people, and remember, it was 6 of them. 2 of the fucking other ass kids went to distract the fucking coaches and shit so they couldn't see what they were fucking doing. That was calculated as fuck and borderline evil. I've never seen nobody do no shit like that. I've never seen 2 kids go and distract a fucking teacher or a principal or security guard or somebody else while they're literally by 4 or 5 people are beating on one fucking 130-pound little ass boy that's on the track team.
If you were sitting on that jury, what would be the single biggest question you still want answered before reaching a verdict?
I feel like Willie D really set this nigga up to really crucify himself, really. That question alone is we 5 minutes in, he ain't talked about shit.
If I was sitting on the jury, I'm going to read the jury charges. I want to know, because if you don't tell me, well, what I really want to know is the difference between manslaughter and murder. Because I'm going to be hurt putting this boy in jail for 20 years. And if there's any way I can, manslaughter, is that available? But then when I look,
he never saw this kid as ever being innocent. That alone in that statement shows that he never seen the humanity in this kid's situation. He never saw this kid should protect himself in this situation. Oh, is manslaughter available? That kid did not manslaughter somebody, meaning that we got into it and some shit happened where you died. No, you guys came and did something, put your hands on somebody, and they defended themselves, and you happened to die because of so. That is not manslaughter. That is self fucking defense. That is standing your ground. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. The difference between New York and a southern state, right? In New York, and this is why we know it's a complete racial situation. They just honored and gave like a fucking big award to that stupid ass white dude who went out his way and killed that innocent black man who was mentally ill and casting out threats to himself. That white dude turned around while that dude couldn't even see him. And then you choked him out for no reason. And then that man died. He didn't get no charges. Charges dropped. First off, they didn't even want to arrest him. Do you know in New York, the difference between stand your ground, they don't have a stand your ground law. Even if you're in your house, they tell you you should run. You in the state of New York have a due diligence to retreat. Any non-southern stand your ground state, you have to leave, run, get away. Okay? So for that dude to come behind a black person, choke him out, kill him, and not be charged with murder, even at minimum manslaughter, is exactly why people are talking about it now. New York went against their own laws to protect a white man for egregiously killing a black man who they deemed was a threat, even though he didn't do nothing to nobody. People actually knew who the fuck that dude was, and that's how they got the white dude in trouble in the first place. As I said, they didn't even want to arrest that fucking guy. Now, this guy knows about New York law and New York shit, so how is he not comparing it? Now, that dude used lethal force and he didn't have a weapon. And that dude got off. What you call used lethal force on one person who grabbed him and put him in a headlock, which was Austin Metcalf. As other three people beat on him. He stabbed Buddy to get him off of him. And when he was able to get away, he went to the coach and told him everything that happened. That is a sign of self-defense. Because if I was evil or if I had malicious intent to keep stabbing somebody, he would have kept stabbing. He stabbed that kid one time and got the fuck on about their business. What is this idiot talking about?
Look at the actual charge. I'm gonna say, well, where was the need for deadly force? And so you slide right back into murder.
Get exclusive Mortal Kombat 2 wallpapers for your PC.
Murder entails him coming to that track meet with the intent to do lethal harm to somebody. That is what that means. Even to a degree, the manslaughter charge does as well. Standing your ground and self-defense is when I don't bother nobody, but they bother me, and I defend myself as I see fit. This guy's not looking and reading real law and telling you what actually is the truth. The truth of the matter is, and stand your ground, you can use lethal force deemed necessary or for yourself and your safety. If you stand your ground and you defend yourself, it does not matter. So him saying, oh, why did he have a knife? Or why did he have lethal force? Or why did he use lethal force? I don't think Carmelo Anthony per se was trying to use lethal force. I think it was trying to get that fucking kid up off him because he started panicking once they really started beating on him fast enough. Don't nobody want to be beat on. And when people think that this can last forever and that this might be it, right? They're going to do what they deem necessary to fucking get you up off them, okay? So that's why I'm like confused as to how he don't understand that I'm a black man amongst nothing but white people, and I'm going to defend myself when I see that it's three white people, one mixed kid, and a fucking black kid, or actually it was a Spanish kid, a black kid, because it was 6 of them. The other kid, I think it was a white kid. The other kid went to go distract the coaches, which was the mixed kid and the another white kid. But the kids that actually jumped him was the twins and 2 other individuals, which I think one was Spanish and one was mixed, like black and white. So for all I see, I got white people jumping me at a track meet while it's storming, and I tried to run, and they trapped me in. Yeah, sir, that is self-defense. This is why they did not play the tape during the fucking trial. This is why they wouldn't let nobody record and see what was actually happening in that courtroom, because what they did was unlawful. Texas this is why the 35 years, it was perfect. Shouts out to them. Because it showed how racially disparaged Texas is for black people. Black people need to get the fuck from around that shit. Dead ass. They need to get the fuck from around Texas, and Texas-like places like New York, Texas, California. California is a elitist breeding ground to literally trap people in and to literally slut people the fuck out. That is a literal problem. I can't tell you how many people go out there to go live a life of luxury and end up on Skid Row and become a bum. Millionaires lose everything overnight over there. It is a literal trap for blacks, for a fact. So is Texas. So is New York. So what's that other fucking place? There's one more place. One more place that's real bad. Chicago. These are sanctuary cities and places where you motherfuckers ain't even protected for real. Except Texas, because Texas ain't. I don't know, actually. I'm lying. I think Texas is a sanctuary. I think they have sanctuary cities in fucking Texas. I'm not necessarily sure on that. But I can stand corrected. But these places aren't even conducive for black people. One thing that I love about my place in Jacksonville, Florida, here in this city, because I tell you where I'm from, bitch. Here in Jacksonville, Florida, black people, there's black excellence all the way up until fucking sheriff. We have black judges, lawyers. We have black sheriffs, officers. We have black policemen. I mean, not policemen, firemen. We have black entrepreneurs of all sorts. You name it, there's black, like, millionaires here. Like, you name it, we have black excellence to a degree where we have communities that are nothing but black people, like rich black people here. And they don't act bougie. They don't talk down to other black people. They give to our black businesses. They do the mom and pop shop thing. We have plenty of people taking care of our community, so we don't have to go to people like Dennis Sperling. We don't have Dennis Sperlings out here. Like, we might have them, but we don't use them. Even our white people have more class and have more respect and love for black people than this nigga right here. This is a fucking grifter. Grifter. What is a grifter? A person who only sees black people as a tool to mark themselves up. He is just like a Marcus Garvey ass nigga. He is just like a boule ass nigga. Like a fucking W.E. Du Bois ass nigga. Do your fucking research. W.E. Du Bois was a fucking puppet. A Jewish puppet. They used him to quote unquote act like for the NAACP he was making real moves. First off, he was gay. Second off, he was slutting other black men out, doing all sorts of shit, and then leaving them dry. W.E. Du Bois was an evil individual. Nobody talks about that. So is MLK, dude. You do your research on MLK, and he sold a lot of black people. He was handling and dealing with himself behind the scenes with Rustin Bayard, another homosexual who actually wrote the "I Have a Dream" speech. Do your research. Here's a fact about Martin Luther King and people like this guy. Martin Luther King could not get it popping where he was. He was in fucking Boston. He went to a Jesuit school. He went to a school where it was full of fucking Greek fraternal orders, like this guy did, and fucking in Louisiana. And then he went somewhere. He got all his credentials in fucking Louisiana. He did. He got all of his fucking shit in Louisiana. Southern University Law is in Louisiana, gang. He went to a boule school in Louisiana. Then he took that shit and got himself certified in other places where he don't even frequent or go or be. This is how you know this nigga don't know what he talking about. You're too spread out thin for me to take you serious in fucking Texas. fuck is you talking about? You're an energy conservationist. You don't know real fucking law about defense attorneys, about fucking protecting yourself. You don't know shit about shit. Cause how many minutes are we in? How many actual real law statutes has he said yet? Okay, he talking about, oh well, these are the things. No, the defense is saying stand your ground. Talk about that. Talk about how in all facets it looks like a stand your ground. The lethality of the outcome of the situation is irrelevant when you're standing your ground. I'm trying to make that a point of contention to why he shouldn't even be talking.
Did either side make a mistake, in your opinion, that could have swayed the jury one way or the other? Did they make a mistake, a key mistake, something that was glaring?
That's what that means.
No, that actually means he won't get convicted, because if one or two of those fucking black people say, hey, this kid is not innocent, and they fight, they can't get a conviction, stupid bitch. That's what he's not realizing.
But the Batson, it was too obvious.
I've seen one juror completely flip a whole fucking shit. I've seen one juror completely flip it and save somebody's fucking life by asking questions and looking at tapes. Nobody on that juror asked get rid of the only melanated black people and say it's not a racial thing.
It was because they were educators and they might know something that.
How is he not saying how statute and the statute that this is not illegal? I need him to tell me legalities. He's just saying opinionated shit that's legally based. I need real legalities. Hey, in this penal code or this statute, they can't do this. That's illegal. They cannot do that. That's illegal. That's terms for shit to be fucking completely maneuvered and shit for a retrial.
You know, that a normal member of the community wouldn't know. But it looks to me like it was a black issue. And so because of that, I would say that opens up grounds for appeal. And the defense preserved that right on the record. That's what I see. That was the glaring mistake on the prosecutor's part.
And all of your
jury and our client, and I don't like criminal cases. Let me just tell y'all, everybody do not call me if you've been involved in a criminal matter. I don't like them. I have a disdain for them largely because I watched my dad go in and out of court for years, and I just don't like the cases. I don't want.
So why are you speaking on a quote unquote criminal case? Why are we here? We're 10 minutes in, and you're telling me you don't even do these type of cases. You don't know how these cases work. I just seen how they don't work, and I just seen my dad go through it.
I want to deal with it. You know, and I just don't like. I don't like dealing with the criminal justice system, whether it's the defendant or the prosecutor, because I already know if I'm a prosecutor, I'm going to try to put everybody in prison. And if I'm a defendant, I'm not going to like the fact that I have to defend people that I don't like. I'm just saying. And
that's not how that works. What is he talking about? That's not relevant. As a defense attorney, you pick and choose who the fuck you take. The only time you don't is when you're like a public defender. That is the only time, and that is a complete choice. You can look over a case and completely take a nigga's money and leave the case mid-case. What he's saying is bullshit. He's full of shit.
I know everybody has a right to a defense. I get that. But my dad and I have.
So you're not defending anybody that's actually going through that. You're an energy conservationalist who works for fucking injury and fucking energy law, environmental law, okay? Energy and environmental law. Personal injury, energy and environmental law. So you do not know what the fuck you're talking about. You just proved that 10 minutes in. You've talked about everything but what the actual law says about standing your fucking ground. And we're 10 minutes in. Willie D, how you let this nigga run his fucking dick sucker is mind-blowing to me. I'm not nice or being cool with this fucking bitch-ass nigga. Because at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. I'm tired of these boule members coming in here. Let's go. Hold on. We're going to pull this nigga shit up. I'm tired of hearing him talk. He said some shit the other day because I started watching him because he's a grifter. He has FBA talking points, foundational Black American talking points. He act like he's really against immigrants and he's for fucking what we're for and reparations. He's not for none of that shit. He's not for none of that shit. He's a bitch nigga. You are not, you are a fucking house nigga, bro. Hold on, let's pull up Dennis Sperling. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Never seen a nigga. I've never seen a nigga wear the same shit over and over and over and over. This nigga wear the same shit. Hold on, where is it? Let's go to his shit. Cause his community posts tell me a lot about him. Is it the podcast or is it Dennis Sperling? Because he has another. Let's go to the fake ass podcast, which I do believe he's botting. You got 100,000 people, but you can't. But you got 200 and something views, man. Get the fuck out of here. This nigga might be actually botting, and that's because a lot of people don't take your shit serious. Cause you post. Look, there are outside forces outside of the United States that are trying to generate racial turmoil. They use social media to over broadcast certain criminal activity and generate racial tension. Be mindful of that. Maturing is realize your dad wasn't an asshole. Where was that shit? Where is it at? Hardcore pro black lawyer. You're definitely not that. You're definitely not that. Ba-ba-da-ba. Here, you're posting people shit that's dick riding. We don't give a fuck about that. We don't give a fuck that you're a bitch ass nigga who likes to fucking do that shit. No, 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 no. Where is it? Uh, where's that bougie talking shit? Where's that bougie talking shit? True, those with some important context, the favorite construction crew in Sugarland discovered remains of 95 people mass grave. They're known as the Sugarland 95. You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. And this guy's a fucking grifter. How is he a pro black lawyer? What makes him a pro black lawyer? Oh my fucking god, where is it? Where's the shit that made me fucking walk away? I was like, oh yeah, you don't know what you're talking about. This is what George Washington Jones Sr. was a boule member. Today, come on, let's go. Where is it? And he only talks about boule members and certain shit. Look at this. Look at this. He don't know what he talk about. He don't know. That trek through Garveyism is an eye opening. Blending the talented 10th and Pan Acronym was great. Salute. He don't know what he's talking about. He's a DNC shell. Where is it? Damn, he posts a lot. He grift a lot. He is a general grifter. Where is it? Look at this. Attending a HBCU linked to better health for black students. Not true. Not even close to being true. In fact, it's actually the opposite. Told you, bro. This nigga. Oh, science is finally catching up to what we've always known. A groundbreaking study reveals HBCU allowed us score significantly higher than a memory on memory and language tests years after graduation compared to black graduates from predominantly white. What does that have to do with anything? You see what I'm saying? This is grifting. This is what a grifter looks like. Hall of Fame for Southern University Law Center. Sir, what the fuck does that mean? You see that white guy? That's who's over all of that shit. Do you understand? I'm gonna let you eat though, coach. I'm trying to tell you, bruh. All of these fake fucking coons and people that act like they give a fuck about us, he does not represent black people. Environmental law, sir, that's not black people oriented. Stop this shit. He's like using. Look at this, bro. Like, come on, bro. Come on. Come on. Come on. Where is it? I'm looking for. I can't find it. Pretty much right. When we said Africans are not called black. I keep trying to tell these niggas, dear Americans, instead of asking black Americans to be unified, perhaps you should start with black unity in Africa. Can I ask you a question? If everybody is the same color and y'all don't have a white caste system, who's black? Who's black? This is why we keep telling them they're not black. I could see if you went to Great Britain because they have a white and black caste system there. One of the only places that have a white and black caste system, right? And with that being Esquire, yeah, this guy, look at that, attorney, entrepreneur, author, artist, media producer, and father. This guy is a fucking grifter. There we go to Boule members. There we go. This guy would be nothing without his Boule members and brothers, okay? Given certain cases, given certain dubs, given certain shit. No, I do not know you know. I do not think you know law, okay? These things is why I don't fuck with these type of people, okay? In Florida, this guy would be getting fucking fried for the statements he just made if he was here. Notice how he's somewhere where the black people can say fuck you and he can still win because that's how it's set up in fucking Dallas and Houston. People who are Sambos and Coons in Dallas, Houston, Atlanta, fucking New York, they get paid. That guy was homosexual. That guy was homosexual. I don't give a fuck. Nicodemus, that's some demonic ass shit. I just want to let you guys know, historical Nicodemus society is some literal demonic ass shit. It's demonic as fuck. Okay, I just want to let you know that. Nah, where is it? He said some egregious shit. That was some really like elite white people, like mixed mulat shit, right? So pretty much, he was just like, why always amongst the black community will they say, or amongst the line of what they call us bougie, or say that we fucking think we're better than, or we're elite, or that we whatever, when we do better than most of the community, and we got this society that we're in, or he named all of these fraternal orders. He named them all. And was just like, why when we're black, why when we're excellent and a part of these societies that y'all call us bougie, or y'all say that we sold out? Because, bro, you fucking did. The Divine Nine is some literal Sambo Coon shit. Prince Hall Freemasonry, when you do your fucking history of Prince Hall, he wasn't even black. He was Bahamian. Okay? He was a fucking Bahamian who came to America, got around white people, and wanted to assimilate amongst their disgusting gay fraternal order and secret society. He begged them. That's how the Boule and Prince Hall Freemasonry was really started. Most of the people who started these societies that were adjacent, these BGLOs or BGLMs, Black Greek letter fraternities or societies or orders, BGLMOs, Masonic societies and stuff, they were mixed breed, just like Buddy here, who grift other black people to literally sell black people short, to get them to vote, to get them to do certain shit, to get them to pay attention to only certain shit, and to confuse and cause discord and chaos amongst the black community. Am I saying necessarily he's causing chaos and shit, discord amongst the black community? He possibly could be, with these disgusting, defamatory ass statements that this fuck nigga just said out of his fucking mouth. Nobody asked you to talk on this subject, okay? That's the thing that kills me about a lot of these people. Nobody said, "Hey, conservational and energy law you know what I'm saying, lawyer, attorney. Hey, we need your take as a fucking for a criminal case." Nobody fucking does that. That's how you know this is some boule fucking Freemasonic shit in the first place. Them two even speaking. I want to let's go on Willie D live and see has he talked to the parents. I just want to see, has he talked to the actual parents? Has he talked to the parents? Has he talked to the parents? Has he talked to the parents? You got all these damn grifting ass videos where you racking up like you give a fuck, right? But have you talked to the parents? So it is an absolute fucking no. You didn't go out your way to talk to the parents, but you went out your way to talk to this guy who knows nothing about the actual case. This is what I mean by people serving hands in a hidden society, gatekeeping and grifting. That's what this is. Grifting and gatekeeping. Grifting and gatekeeping. Our community. I'm here to help us. Oh, hell nah. Instagram, I'm out of here. Look how he's attacking us. He attacks us. He said, this is what this fucking mulat, boule ass nigga, this sassy nigga said. He said, fuck all that. He said, Black America waited until a black boy was shot in the back before they decided to act.
People are talking about this boycott all Asian businesses. But a targeted remedy is stronger than some lazy general Asian business, which is impossible to do. A general boycott is too broad. That's like somebody hit you in the face and you go hit everybody in the crowd. You see, it makes you feel powerful for a few minutes, right? Shout out to Tobias Judah. You make you feel for a few minutes, but it usually doesn't move anything because it doesn't have a precise target, a legal hook or a measurable demand or a pressure point that the system has to answer to. But licenses, gun licenses, alcohol licenses, right? Business licenses, having these people investigated, having their naturalization files investigated. That's how you move quietly.
Who said nobody's doing that? Who said nobody's doing that?
And lawfully and effectively.
If you are doing any of those, especially filing a motion, the best first thing is how I know this dude is not a good attorney. He just be fucking talking out of the side of his fucking mouth. When you're making legal proceedings and doing legal stuff, a lot of the shit that you're supposed to do, especially when it's effective, is supposed to be incognito. It's supposed to be under the wraps. And then boom, this is happening. You know what I mean? This is how a lot of those gay laws were passed. When something was happening, they were under the rug, doing shit under the rug and got all these laws passed and shit to help immigrants and gays. That's what they did. What is he talking about? I know over 5 people personally who's having something done about this Carmelo Anthony case with the district attorney, with the judge. As we see now, he's a child abuser, and with the Metcalf dad. And with the warden and the system and how it's worked, people are doing shit in proceedings. They're paying. It takes money. It takes legal counsel. It takes the right people in the right fucking corners. What is this guy talking about? He said Black Americans waited until a black boy was shot. You want to know something? The truth? The moment they found out that that kid was shot, they not only destroyed the business, but anywhere and everywhere that those fucking people went, they fucking destroyed. They got those people out of the fucking community. Most of the Asians that are there are no longer there. They acted immediately. And then they redid it once they got a fucking non-conviction. What is he talking about? Oh, we need to always do legal. Sir, who said we weren't? The kid's mother is she's taking it federal and she's doing it civil. She's going above and beyond. What are you talking about? That shit takes time. He just be talking these DNC talking points when it comes to like real fucking situations. How are you attacking us? What kind of talking point is this? Black America waited until a black boy. First off, the kid is mixed. His mom got up there talking that black and brown shit and she got corrected immediately. Does he know that? Does he know that? The kid is mixed. He really is a mixed kid. I wouldn't even consider him just black. This is that thing that we do, right, as a community. And also, I also see mulattoes do this shit heavy, right? Because you are just because you're mixed, we will accept that person as one of us wholly. That's why we have niggas like this guy in the fucking situation in the mix, talking shit to us on the low. Every other video, it's something like this. He'll go on these grifting talking points, but then turn around and start talking shit to us. Like he's really in these communities, in these fucking places. And when did you get somebody up out of the community? When did you do that? I want to see a video talking about that. That you went and got people out of fucking communities. That you went and got motherfuckers moved. That you went and showed up and told people, hey, listen, this ain't going to be like this no more. Because I see people doing that. I see 2 Texas people come up. I forgot the lady name. She's so badass. And the black dude name. They 2 defense criminal lawyers. And they don't fuck off. And I think they're part of the Black Panther Party. And they do not fuck off. What is he talking about? What is he part of that's actually going out here on the ground level talking that shit? He ain't put in and filed no fucking motions for no fucking people for real. He ain't never did no shit like that. He's never did no shit like that. He's just a commentator, man. He's a commentator about shit that he don't even know. Now, when it comes to fucking like defense attorney, when it comes to like car injuries and what you're supposed to get paid and what should happen, I'm gonna go to him first quarter. Hey man, listen, this dude know what he's talking about because I've actually heard him. He does. I'm never gonna discredit you being a lawyer. I'm gonna discredit what your professional opinion is on. A dentist cannot talk to a hematologist about fucking hematology. A dentist cannot talk to a real surgeon about surgery. He can say, hey, I perform a version of surgery where I'm doing excerpt. How is that the same as an open heart surgeon? You can't get in here and give a fucking professional tape because your profession it's not even in that field. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You can't have a person who is a pill pusher, like a pharmaceutical, coming in telling about fucking, a pill pusher talking about fucking COVID or talking about fucking like diseases and shit. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. That's not your expertise, bro. When it comes to this type of field, you guys are specifically talking about certain shit, right? Stick to your specific profession in your field. You don't know what you're talking about when it comes to criminal, when it comes to actual fucking laws, when it comes to black people and what should and shouldn't be happening, criminality. All these talking points are criminal and civil. They're civil and criminal. They're a little mix of both, right? You don't know what you're talking about. Stop putting your mouth on black people and black cases, okay? You are not black. You are not part of the culture. You're part of the lineage, and there's a fucking difference. This is where the saying comes in. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. Now, I go back to Willie D. Willie D. This is why I think you're also a coon. This is why I also think you're a grifter. This is why I also think you should stick to fucking rap critiquing and stick to just don't talk about shit. Just put a fucking lamp on shit. I don't need you to give your 2 cents. Hey, this is what's happening. We need to put a light on this, and this is what's going on. I forgot what my guy that does that. I forgot his name specifically because this is not my like account where I actually watch stuff. This is my streaming account, right? My gaming and streaming account where I do my social justice, putting lights on shit and talking about shit and getting my bars off. Because in actuality, I went and talked to lawyers, and these lawyers said they don't know why Willie D be talking on people. Willie D did all that activism and did all this talking, but when did he go and talk to the parents? When did he go and talk to the actual legal counsel? When did he go and talk to the black dude that's the spokesman for the family? When did he talk to Charleston White? Because Charleston White, believe it or not, has had a hand in this entire situation. Huh? When did he do that? Huh? When did you do that? You're just as culpable and a problem as fucking Mr. Dennis Sperling. You're platforming uneducated and ill-informed people who's willfully being obtuse to fucking real black problems, real black cases, and real social injustices. Okay? When are we going to hold these fucking losers accountable? Your 1.5, 15, 1.1 million people are not from you actually knowing what the fuck you're talking about when it comes to social injustices. It comes from your hip hop knowledge. You're an old school rapper who has actual fucking like placement in the rap industry. That's where a lot of your shit comes from. And then you just happen to care enough about social injustices. So now you're grifting over here. Bro, please. Willie, you not out here in these you're not in the field, Willie. When you're not in the field, you don't get to act like you're a real activist. An activist is somebody out in the fucking field. I'm in the field, Willie. I'm giving money to people. I go out and actually talk to people. I go to prisons with my pops. I'm part of a program, Police Athletic League, where, hey, listen, so these kids can have somewhere to be during the summer, I will go and fix the buildings. Nobody's real. The city's paying us to do that. Nobody's actually actually, I take that back. The city's not paying us to do that. Black families are paying us to do that with the police athletic leagues. When I tell you people like me are ground level, when you're not ground level, I don't want to hear you talk about shit. You can be as high as you want to be, but when you don't do ground level, I don't want to hear you talk and represent nobody. Because you're not representing us. We're not asking you to speak on this shit, Willie. Because you're not doing your due diligence. Is that okay for me to say, Willie? Is it okay for me to say, hey, why are you platforming people who are ill-advised, who don't know what the fuck they're talking about? Even your titles are like grifting. They're grifting titles. Like, this dude does not know the penal codes of fucking criminal, of fucking injustices. He did not talk about, and this is why I'm just lost on what the fuck you're even talking about. This dude didn't talk about the real penal codes. We went in 10 minutes, and he could have said in statute for Brown versus who, or in this situation, hey, this is the penal code for stand your ground. At what point did he talk about how it wasn't stand your ground? In what way did he say the statute of what stand your ground even is? We was 10 minutes into it. We was halfway through the video and nothing was said about that. It was all emotion. Well, what I think for my professional take is your professional take isn't even in this field, bitch. You're not giving a professional take at this point. You're giving an opinion. That's it. It's just an opinion. When are you, Willie D, going to go and talk to the people who actually have a professional take? That's my question for you. And as my question for black people, when are we going to start holding these people accountable and stop watching this shit? Cutting the grifting out. When you see his fucking video on the fucking thing, right? When you see his videos on the thing, just click don't recommend channel. Okay? Just press don't recommend channel. Just that's what I do. I see this dude shit and I press, he has 9 fucking YouTube channels almost. Links for him to go to. For you to click on so you can go follow him. So you can get grifted to other places and others avenues. You can't tell me that this dude has 1 million followers and can't crack open on average 100,000 for his views. YouTube is cooked. I'll rest my motherfucking case. Yes, I cussed and you guys might not cuss. And it's so vulgar. I don't give a fuck about that. When it come to my motherfucking people, stop playing, stop grifting, and get off our dicks. Go fucking worry about something else. There's plenty of information in the rap industry that you could be talking about, but you don't want to cover because they will kill your motherfucking ass. And that's why I don't take you niggas serious. Because in real industries where you really want to talk about some actual disparaging shit, where we need to be talking about how Jewish people up in New Jersey and New York and other places are coming all the way to Atlanta to get illegal fucking shit happen. Like they're getting illegal clearances to go back to New York and New Jersey to steal lands, properties, and homes from black people and white people too. Y'all gonna talk about that? Y'all gonna talk about that? Because I haven't seen no videos of him talking about that shit. I haven't seen him not actually talking about real Jewish problems that are inflating and actually talking about people. You guys specifically pick and choose what y'all want to talk about. That shit is so fucking weird to me. Look, oh, you guys are brothers. Oh, okay, now I see you've covered multiple cases and situations with this dude. Criminal lawyer. He called him a criminal lawyer. That's what I be talking about. You lied. He's not a criminal lawyer. He's not a criminal lawyer. Okay? He's a personal injury lawyer and a energy and environmental fucking lawyer, attorney. He knows nothing about criminal law. He does not practice criminal law, and he said out of his own mouth, "I don't like that field. I won't get into that field. I don't like the laws and how it's even set up." Okay, so you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. This is not your expertise. What are you talking about? He is a boule brother, and he's giving that nigga fucking giving him a fucking bone. Now I see the grift. How many videos is that down from his recent shit? That's a few videos. I'm not gonna lie, but even within the going all the way up, you've talked to him and covered him over how many times, Willie D? Willie D. You picking and choosing who you even talking to. There you go. Candace Matthews and Quanell X, which are those are the two people. Those are the people who are lawyers. Those are the people who are attorneys. Those are the people who are actually showing up. And those are the people who are actually putting boot to ass. I don't know why he don't cover them a lot more than he covers and uses Dennis Sperling, because Dennis Sperling is not a fucking criminal attorney. Okay? I'm going to keep saying this. Willie D, what are you doing? What are you doing? Hello? I rest my motherfucking case. Y'all niggas need help. I pray that y'all fucking wake up. I pray that y'all stop grifting. I pray that y'all actually get down to the fucking grassroots and actually getting in this street shit and actually start giving money. Because if you ain't giving money, if you aren't showing up at these businesses, if you ain't showing up at these court cases,